Listening can be a difficult task, especially if you are not listening effectively. Here it is important to understand the different types of ineffective listening in order to become aware of and improve our listening skills. As we explore the different challenges of listening, please follow along on pages 309 to 312 in the textbook.
The first type of ineffective listening is pseudo-listening. It is defined as an imitation of true listening in which the receiver's mind is elsewhere. The listener gives the appearance of being attentive by making eye contact, nodding and smiling at the right times, and even answering occasionally. Behind the appearance of interest, the listener is trying to hide the fact that their thoughts have nothing to do with what the speaker is saying. Some reasons for this imitation of true listening are that the listener may be thinking about something that is more important than what the speaker is saying, they may be bored, or they may have heard what the speaker is saying before and they have chosen to ignore the remarks. The second type of ineffective listening is stage hogging. Stage hogging is a listening style in which the receiver is more concerned with making a point than understanding the speaker. They try to turn the topic of the conversation to themselves instead of showing interest in the speaker. One strategy is the shift response, in which changing the focus of the conversation from the speaker to the narcissist. An example would be point A, my math class is really tough, or point B, you think math is tough, you ought to try my physics class. The second strategy is interruptions. The third type of ineffective listening is selective listening. It is defined as a listening style in which the receiver responds only to the messages that interest them. For example, when driving in our car, we screen out radio commercials, but we keep our ear cocked for our favorite song. These are less appropriate in personal situations when your obvious intention can insult or hurt the other person.
What's the story on the ad bit in 64?
Oh, she's great. I really like her.
Yeah, let's see if you can't focus on things that I actually give a rat's ass about. What?
She blacked out at work and presented with accelerated heartbeat and hyperventilation.
Interesting.
An insulated listener is characterized by failing to hear or acknowledge a topic brought up in conversation. The listener simply avoids the topic and appears to have instantly forgotten what their speaker has just said. For example, a doctor tries to discuss with you the importance of taking your medication all the way through while you disregard the topic and bring up another topic instead.
What up, T-Dog?
Okay, the only way to avoid the high five with Todd is not to say anything that he can connect to sex.
How you doing? Dude, that's totally how my car was rocking when I took this girl out last night. Am I right?
Ah, he earned it.
Ping.
A defensive listener is someone that perceives the speaker's comments and remarks as personal attacks. This type of listener fails to read into the meaning of the remark and instead projects their own insecurities. For example, your physician stresses how you should eat a more balanced diet, but in response you blow up assuming that they mean that you're overweight, taking it personally and disregarding their concern for your general well-being.
You look like you've been sick.
Turk, that's so sweet.
Come on, baby, let's go see how much you weigh.
We all sensed what would happen if Turk didn't let go.
Girls?
Oh.
Ambushing. Ambushers listen carefully to you, but only because they're collecting information they'll use to attack what you say. This type of listening will initiate defensiveness in the other person. An example would be a cross-examining prosecution lawyer.
Did you do your pre-rounds?
Yes.
Discharge summaries?
Yes.
Pharmacy renewals?
Yes.
Soap notes?
Yes.
Central line changes?
Yes.
Okay, Janet, but did you go ahead and fix your beeper so it doesn't play that annoying song every single time you get paged? Yes.
Crap.
Insensitive listening is the failure to recognize the thoughts of or feelings that are not directly expressed by a speaker, instead accepting the speaker's words at face value. People don't always express their thoughts or feelings openly. Unconsciously, they choose words and nonverbal clues to do so. Insensitive listeners are unable to look beyond these words and behaviors to understand their meanings.
I'm in a hurry. I promised one of my patients that I would meet him for his first day of drug counseling. See? I wrote it right here.
Oh, Barbu, give me a break. Why in God's name do you think I'd care about anything that you wrote down?
You wouldn't.